Hello, Internet. My name is Roro, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I think about pretty often in my life, and I think other people think about it as well. Whether you do as often as I do or not is another thing, but everyone has to deal with this to some degree, and that's sharing your opinions, sharing your thoughts and feelings with somebody, and why it's maybe not always the best idea to do that. So, let's get into it. The first thing that I think is important to address regarding this topic is the three possible results that will inevitably come from you sharing your opinion on a topic or on a person or on a situation, your feelings about something. There's only three things that can happen. The first thing that can happen is you get your feelings hurt. The second thing that can happen is the person you're talking to can get their feelings hurt. And the third thing that can happen is the person already agrees with you, so nothing comes of the conversation. And obviously, every conversation is different. Every topic is addressed differently. So there may be even a combination of these things happening as a result of what you say. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it and that it's necessarily a bad thing. I just think more people should take more precautions when they share their opinions on something, because it seems like in today's modern internet age, people just share every thought and opinion and feeling that they have at all times, pretty much, on the internet, on social media. And I just want to get into why that's not necessarily a good thing to do, and how this also applies to real life conversations, not just internet conversations. So, the first thing I said is if you share your opinions, there's a good chance that you're going to get your feelings hurt. And by that, I mean the reaction that the person gives you is not the reaction that you would prefer to happen. So you get upset by not having your opinion validated or reinforced in some way. And this can mean a couple things. The first thing it can mean is you're not that confident in your opinion. You don't really feel that good about what you just said. And the reason that you said it to this person is in the hopes of them validating it so that you can feel better about what you said. And that's obviously an internal problem. That has nothing to do with the person you're talking to. That's you not being about your shit, basically. And I think this greatly applies to discourse on social media about political stuff, about celebrity gossip. Everybody has to share their opinion and feel like they have to weigh in on everything that's going on. But the reality is, if you don't know about something, you don't have to feel any way about it. You can just move on with your day. That is possible to do. And this is the biggest reason that I'm really not about social media anymore. And I've pretty much removed my presence from social media and I don't go on as much as I used to. I'm trying to stop going on completely. But, it is addictive to an extent. But sharing your opinions online is 9 out of 10 times not necessary and not helpful and not creating any sort of constructive environment. All it's doing is letting people know this is what I think and I want you to know that I think this. And if you don't agree with me, then you can go fuck yourself. A lot of times, that's the sentiment of online discourse. And it's very unhealthy, unnecessary, and hurts a lot of people for no reason. And this leads into point number 2, where a lot of the times, if you are going to share your opinion or feelings or thoughts on a situation or a person, you're going to end up upsetting the person that you're speaking to or hurting the person that you're speaking to. And there are times where somebody is saying some wild shit that they need to be called out or they need to be corrected because they're, potentially doing things that are harmful to other people. And in those situations, if they react negatively, it is what it is. They're probably not mentally able to process what you're telling them because they've been stuck in their ways or whatever, it doesn't even have to be that serious. But if you genuinely feel like you're doing something that's preventing future harm, then you just have to deal with their reaction. It is what it is. You're not going to change them, but you can try to plant the seed and hope that they'll change on their own. But that's only for more serious stuff, On a daily basis, if you're just weighing in on stuff constantly and just essentially judging people or judging situations, then you're just an asshole. No one needs to hear what you're saying. It's not necessary. All you're doing is upsetting people. So it's pointless. And this has just become the standard thing on the internet. Again, like this is just normal now. And people don't even see it because it's just so normal for everyone to just like fucking share every thought that they have in their brain. And all it's doing is hurting people. 9 out of 10 times. I don't know if that's an exact number, but I'm sure other people can agree with this. Like, how many times a day do you read something on Twitter, or Instagram, or Reddit, or anywhere and be like, yeah, this is great. I'm glad that they wrote this. It's not very often. A lot of the times you're just scrolling. You're like, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. What an idiot. This person's dumb. You know, that's mostly what you get. But that's just all on the internet. People are different on the internet than they are in real life. And this also applies to like interpersonal relationships, you know, with your friends, your partner, your family, whoever. Like, this also applies to that. You still have to be selective of when you're choosing to share things with people, because not everybody knows what they're doing even. And that's okay sometimes because they're working on themselves, they're learning, they're trying to change, they're trying to adapt. And you calling them out constantly for fucking up is not helping them in any way. Sure, there are definitely times where it's important for you to express how you feel about a situation to somebody because it's harming them or they are harming other people. Yeah, that's necessary sometimes. But I think the idea of people being like brutally honest, let's be real. A lot of the times, the person is more interested in the brutality than the honesty. And that's also not something that I thought of on my own, you know? I think that's just true. If somebody is all about being brutally honest, they're just a fucking asshole. So for all my viewers on this channel, you guys already know how I feel. I prefer to just stay inside as much as I possibly can, stay alone as much as I possibly can. I have my close family, I have my close friends that I've had for a long time, and all the issues that I have with them have been addressed to some extent or have been worked on or are in the process of being worked on. So all that is fine. I don't like interacting with new people, people I don't know, people I don't know that well. It honestly just seems like pointless conversation and just makes me feel annoyed a lot of the time. And this is just me personally. I know not everybody feels this way. And to get to the third point that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, also resides in the same vein as pointless conversation, in my opinion. And this is also something that happens a lot on the internet, where people are just in their little echo chamber and everybody is just sharing their opinions that they know everybody that follows them or that watches them or keeps up with them or interacts with them also agrees with. So in those situations, what is the point of having that conversation? If you're just constantly saying things and everyone's just like, yes, I agree, or other people are saying things and you're like, yes, I agree, all you're doing is making each other feel better about how you guys feel. You're not growing. You're not helping anybody. You're not helping yourself. It's just pointless conversation, in my opinion, especially to the extent that it's gotten to. And I think what all of this is leading to is essentially people are way less willing to have conversations now than they were at one point. And in some ways, maybe that's not good because, you know, humans are communal creatures. We need to interact. We need to, you know, be around each other in order for us to survive. But I think the level that it's at right now is not helping people. It's actually harming people. And there's no point of having a conversation with somebody who you know is not going to change their view. And you shouldn't be trying to change somebody's view because you're not going to. You know, obviously there's people in the world that have horrible viewpoints. They do horrible things. But unless you know them personally and you can actually like be around them to like help them or like try to help them see things differently, you're not going to change their opinion. They're going to think whatever they want. They're going to do whatever they want. So all you're doing is wasting your energy trying to change somebody. I know it seems hard, and I've dealt with this too. This is why I'm making this video, because I've felt all of these things from every perspective. So in my opinion, I think right now the best thing that people can do is just be respectful of each other if you don't know anything about the person. If you know somebody's horrible and they're doing horrible shit or they're being hateful, you don't have to respect that person. They don't deserve your respect. But you also shouldn't just assume that everyone on earth is shitty, even though a lot of people are, in my opinion. You got to have a baseline respect for people. And in my opinion, again, this is just my viewpoint, the best way you can respect people is to just leave them the fuck alone. Don't interact with them. Don't rile them up. Don't challenge them, because that's not your job. That's not anyone's job, really. People who think that this is their purpose and their job, like, sure, maybe that's what they want to do. That's fine. They can deal with that how they need to deal with it. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to act like I know what everybody should be doing, because I don't. But in general, just leave people alone. Don't interact with them, honestly. Just keep to yourself, keep to your people, your family, your friends that you have, and just live your life like a normal person. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Things don't have to be this tense. Multiple things can exist at the same time, and that's okay. But I think everyone is just trying to be right. Everyone wants to win the argument. Everyone wants to be the one who knows everything. Everyone wants to be the one who's informing everybody of everything on shit that they just learned about last week. So, like, just fucking shut up. So, yeah, I think that's it for this video. Kind of an angry rant, but it's how I'm feeling today. And this channel is for me sifting through my thoughts and ideas, getting things out of my head, you know, letting things go, seeing, you know, what comes of it and what I can learn about myself. That's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. I have a bunch of other ones on my channel. I know it's a little hypocritical, I guess, but I'm not trying to change anybody's opinions. I'm just sharing my opinions in a broad manner. And if people want to watch them, that's cool. If they don't, that's fine. I put a new video out every Sunday. So if you like this one, you can come back next week for a new one. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.